Hello, everybody. Welcome out to Season 2 of Cult Classics vs. Comedians. This is our first episode for this season. My name's Jamie Maxfield, your host, and we're excited to be shooting here at Night Flight Comics in Salt Lake City, Utah. For this episode, we decided that we were going to do kind of a reunion episode. This is the same cast and crew that we had for the very first episode we did last season. I've got Jason Harvey, hey Melissa Merlot, and the always delicious smelling Mr. Ben Fuller.
I bathed.
He did.
He took a bath.
Hygiene.
And we're going to start this season off with a bang. With a mega bang, right?
Oh my God.
This is your film.
This is my film.
Take us through this epic saga.
All right, so my film is Megaforce. It's what, 1981, 1982?
82.
Starring the one and only Barry Bostwick, who was in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Brad.
And is awesome at it. He plays a superhero, and what I love about this movie is he plays Commander Hunter, who leads up the Megaforce, which is like he's like the Chuck Norris character that has this great group of super soldiers that ride motorcycles and shoot bombs and stuff. But it's Barry Bostwick, who is a Broadway star.
Well, you're building him up.
He's playing a macho.
You're building him up.
Very positive.
Yeah. I just want to say, I have some really good friends who are really good friends with Barry Bostwick. So that's like 2 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Little name dropping.
Yeah.
So he's got this army.
He's got this
super
army.
soldiers and badass bikes. What else happens?
They,
or is that the whole film?
That's pretty
They
much
use Survivor.
But again, it's brilliant. There's this super romantic scene where he skydives out of a plane with the female major from the opposing from another country.
Oh my!
And as they're falling, it's like that scene in Superman where Superman and Lois Lane.
It's very
romantic.
touching.
And they hover. They hover
It's
like
that
over
bonding
each
moment.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, they connect arms and spin. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in a very good relationship, and we haven't done that yet. I feel like there's
better
still
get on
goals
it.
to attain.
Yes.
Better get on it.
So, Melissa, what did you think about this? We know Ben loves this movie. What did you think?
The effects were very impressive. Like, all the blue screen work was fantastic.
Probably some of the best at the time.
Some of the best.
I don't know. Was there? Well, there's blue screen work.
Was there a blue screen?
I
don't know.
In the skydiving.
Him riding out that wheelie for so long, just shooting rockets, because I just think the mechanics of that would be wrong. Like, no, I can keep my wheel up and shoot these rockets
I also
at the balloons.
loved
It's so
how
funny.
much they pushed the Barry Bostwick as the sex symbol.
Oh, what was it? Like right at the
golden
beginning?
beard.
Right when he meets that girl, like the guys that we've worked with him for years.
Yeah.
He is gonna get that. And he says some shitty remark to her, like, you're a woman, and then walks off. Like, man talk over here. It was like so sick. It was so 80s sexist in it.
Oh,
where it's
it
just
was.
like, honestly, I can't be worrying about getting a boner out on the battlefield.
Yeah.
In my golden onesie.
That's basically what it is like, well, first off, can we talk about the character Dallas that we haven't talked about at all? Who's
He
just
was my favorite.
Your all-American boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mansplain this whole movie.
Oh,
to you.
played by
Because
Matthew
the-
McConaughey.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
It
Matthew
actually.
McConaughey.
Do you want me to tell you who that guy is in The Warriors as one of the
Oh,
guys
yeah.
without the vet? He doesn't
Oh, he's
have.
the star. That was my
Yeah.
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 I love the fact that like everybody was represented from different countries and they had their little badges on, and he had the Confederate flag. Like that was
You
a
knew
country.
the stereotypes.
I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm like, you guys lost. You're not a country.
Well,
you never were.
But I'm a
Wait,
southern
this is-
stereotype.
This is the future, even though at the
Yeah.
the end of the movies, the tap on the knock knock joke
Yeah.
at the end. Hey, public service announcement. The good guys always win.
Yeah.
Even in the 80s.
Yes.
Like just that.
Oh yeah.
Wait one
future.
second. What?
Wait, no, he
year?
referenced the 90s. Didn't he reference the 90s? He said in the 90s the good guys still win, like the
I don't-
80s.
Oh man, I thought he said the 80s.
So the
and I just
future's
thought,
only like
I don't-
one
yeah,
decade
like,
ahead.
This is, no, guys.
What
Technology's
happened in the
moving
90s?
really fast. Have you seen? We're no longer rotary dial phoning it. Have you seen the push button phones?
Yeah.
Technology is catching up quick.
Yeah.
Rockets on motorcycles. Pretty soon, motorcycles will be flying.
Oh.
You just have two buttons to hit. Two buttons.
The spin
Get
at
the
the
little
end
wings
of
to
the
come
movie.
Come out. Yeah. Oh, when he does the loop.
laughing. Oh, dude, and all of his friends are just like, yeah!
For like 10
it
minutes, they're
was
in the
like
plane.
that.
They're like, yeah,
10
yeah.
minutes of the
It
show.
just keeps showing him like flying on his motorcycle.
For me, I like the very beginning scene where they're attacking that, I don't know, lab. But when I was watching that, I was like, I think this is the propaganda footage Saddam Hussein used to intimidate his enemies. He just sent them,
probably
this
was.
is what we will do to your army. And I wasn't sure if this should have been called Army Camel Toe, because there was a lot of that happening.
That's what they call. Look,
Like Moose Knuckle was
Megaforce.
everywhere.
Megaforce Moose
Can we
Knuckle.
call
Mega.
it?
Codename Moose Knuckle.
Yeah, exactly. Can we call it Megaforce Camel Toe?
Yes, that was interesting too in the movie, like how there was no there was no bad guy. Like even the guy that was supposed to be the bad guy, when he shows up, they're like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I know, they're all
And they're like,
buddies.
"Hey, well, you got to let him in on this. You know, we actually aren't fighting anymore, so you guys got to find your way out of here. And I'm not gonna let you out. Good luck trying."
Yeah, I love movies that don't have bad guys. I love movies that.
No
Barry
conflict.
Bostwick.
Who needs
Yeah,
conflict?
it was just.
Yeah.
Why would that be entertaining?
Can't we just talk it out?
Yeah.
Fly out of
Can't we
here, guys.
just
Yeah.
skydive around and do
Yeah.
wheelies on motorcycles and shoot things?
Like if there's a planet of balloons, they'll be like,
the balloon
this
planet is attacking.
This was a horror movie.
Yeah.
Did you see what they did to us with their crazy two-cycled bikes, shooting and slaughtering balloons just to show off for some lady the carnage that was going on? It was awful. And then he's totally showing off when he pulls up to greet them. He's still riding wheelies around
Yeah,
like
he jumps over their car.
He's like, "Okay, you didn't do enough? Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta pull a wheelie off."
But all of this also done with a helmet because he's
Yeah.
like, look, I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
Yeah, safety first.
Safety
Safety first.
Safety first,
Plus,
kids. Wear a helmet, kids.
It's almost like the unveiling of Frankenstein in the original Death Race 2000, where you think this dude's just like mangled, like, oh, he's this war
Yeah, yeah.
hero, and then he's like,
Yeah, gorgeous.
hey, it's me.
Hey. Hey,
This guy.
I'm
Nice
awesome.
to meet you.
Yeah. I was waiting for the whole time while they were in the battles and everything. I was waiting for him to scream, "Go Joe," because it had a very G.I.
G.I. Joe-esque
like,
flavor.
yeah,
I
all
can
the
see
like
that.
equipment. I'm watching all. I'm like, I had these toys as a
Yeah.
kid. This is my G.I. Joe set right here. I could replay. I just got to paint it a little different, and I can have a whole Megaforce.
It's just the movie's just my happy place.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I mean,
I know objectively it's not a good movie, but I just love this movie. It just
Yeah.
makes me happy. Just everything about it.
for early '80s porn, it was great. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome. Like, I was waiting the whole time. I'm like, this is the longest. Let's get to the scenes, guys. Like, you're
They're
dressed
really
for the
pushing the
shots, but
plot.
no one's getting there, you know? So, that was great. So, Jason, what do you think? Did you recommend, is this a film? What's your
I would
final
say watch
take?
it. Why not watch? Give it. If you got time, watch it. It's fun. Like it's fun. Like there's nothing. Yeah. Go watch. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I laughed. I had. It was funny.
Go ahead,
There's
do
some
it. Watch
silly
it.
stuff.
Hey,
Watch it.
why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Rip it
Melissa,
up
was this a recommendation for you? What do you think?
I would definitely recommend this movie. I love anything that's done like to show what the future is going to be.
Yeah.
And going back and watching
totally nailing it,
yeah,
right?
totally nailing it. We all rolled up on our motorcycles with the rockets on the front.
I think this movie would be great, like, if you had a certain audience with you, right?
Yeah,
Like, if
oh,
a
yeah.
couple of your buddies or certain, like,
People
my
who
wife...
enjoy this kind
My
of
wife
film.
would be like, "What are we doing?
Why
Why are we
yourself.
watching this?
I love this movie, and this is funner than watching the movie talking about it with you guys. And I love the movie, so
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie, and
It's a
if
fun
you have
movie
the
to
right,
discuss.
and you can just make fun of and laugh, and
Yeah.
then you could have like a drinking game with every sexist
Yeah.
comment that's made.
Oh
you could
my
take
God.
a shot
You
because
go to
it
a
was
hospital.
a lot of 80s sexism in there.
So-
I gotta protect you.
Yeah,
You're
look,
a woman. I need to protect you.
You've proven yourself to be a worthy warrior
But
But
because I
you're
own.
still not a man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Look.
So
My team's a well-oiled unit.
you can't open a jar. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
You can do all this stuff, but I still know you're going to get stuck with a jelly jar.
Well, no, none of my men have done that before, but you know what they've done? Not got a perfect score.
Yes.
And I trust that.
And I trust it. It's predictable.
It's predictable.
So, Ben, this is obviously
I recommend it highly, understanding what it is. But I firmly believe that this was released like 10 years earlier or 20 years later, this would be a huge hit. I think this would be a massive, massive hit. We wouldn't even be talking about it now because everybody would have seen it.
It's right in between.
It's just, the time it was released, it kind of got lost.
Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. You know, like
it just got lost in
yeah.
all the other great films.
Imagine why it would get lost.
It didn't have
It was released in 72 or 02.
Yeah.
This is one of the greatest movies ever made.
And the special effects would have been exactly the same.
They
would have been the exact
same movie. So I recommend it, obviously.
Yep, it was a fun film, guys. This was a lot of fun, right?
Yes.
4 people, 4 recommends. Go watch it.
Go
now.
watch this with the right group of people. And
or
drinks
to my house.
involved. Yes, come
We'll
to
watch
Ben's
it.
house.
I have a copy. We'll just...
All right, guys.
Watch it back to back.
I want to thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Cult Classics vs. Comedians. We want to thank Night Flight Comics for allowing us to record here. So we'll give them their props and their dues.
Night Flight's awesome.
And don't forget to check us out for our next episode. We're going to be shooting 4 episodes with this crew, and then we'll move on. But how can people follow you, Jason?
You can follow me at on Twitter at Jason_Harvey.
And Melissa?
You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Melissa Merlot.
Mr. Fuller?
Job Faust, JOBFAUST, on any social media platform, pretty much.
And then you can just follow me on Twitter at Jamie Maxfield.
That's probably wrong, but we will have the real one under here because he always gets it.
Do I always get it wrong?
I think it's
don't
Jamie
know.
Max.
Okay, it's something like that. It's close enough.
But Jamie Maxfield, I think, is a housewife who is
Follow
involved
that
in the
person.
Viking
Follow
culture
them too.
Yeah.
on Twitter. So.
Really?
No.
I'm excited about that
Yeah.
now. Now I'm going to go look it up.
They're getting
follow
all-
that Jamie Maxfield. Don't follow this Jamie Maxfield. It'll be
Send
much
all
harder.
your questions. For
It's a
Cult
real
Classics
housewife, Jamie
Comedians.
Maxfield.
Yes. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.